welcome you to Rich Rock page. If this is your first time coming across this channel or this page, please subscribe to it. Here it is all about Jesus, and then click on the notification bell so that you'll be notified when a new video is uploaded, and then also share after watching any of these videos and on this channel, so that others too will be others too have the right knowledge about Jesus that we are unveiling on this very page. Now we thank God that He has taken us to our various places, and then His leadings, and then especially His faithfulness wears upon us as His children. He has been faithful and faithful to that. That is what makes Him God, because He deals with things unemotionally. He doesn't attach emotions to what He does or to what He says, because the predestinated life that He has promised us in Jesus is that we will come to the standard of Him, and at the end we will come to that eternity living with Him on His holy throne. Now today I have a special word to share with us. Sometimes the issues of life around us, and then explanations and or definitions of things or definitions of life has become so many, and sometimes many definitions clearly shows or tells you that no, you are late, because per the explanations you are receiving, there are some protocols of things that you need to have. At least, if nothing at all, you need to have some standard or some steps that you need to follow. So by the moment you're off the steps, then the probability for you not to reach there is high. But one thing that I want us to understand is that, especially as believers in Christ Jesus, even unbelievers, is that when we talk of life, there are going to be more definitions and more definitions and more definitions. And the thing is that they are proofs to it. But for you to be well settled, for you to have inner peace within you, for you to be comforted and relaxed within you, to have that inner peace, that inner joy, that nothing is going to pressure you to do certain things that you are not supposed to do, is Jesus. That life is Jesus alone. It's Jesus alone. Because see, I'm not saying without Jesus you cannot make it, or you cannot have money, or you cannot be rich. You can. You cannot follow the protocols of this world and get there. When man sees you, man will know that yes, a man is coming, because you have reached there, which is most man's desire, that they will be there. Are you getting it? But the necessity why I want you to define your life as Jesus is that, it's not like God doesn't want us to reach there, or God doesn't want it, or the situations that we are in, God has not been seeing it. He has been seeing it. But have you sat yourself down to scrutinize yourself? If it is all about money, then you can make it easily. But the question is, why am I here? Why am I here on this earth? What am I doing? What is my purpose here? And if there is someone who is the beginning of all creations on this earth, then my creator, what is my purpose here? So until you unveil this about yourself, forget about it. And unveiling yourself about this is not that you want to be rich. It's not bad to be rich. But what I want you to understand is this, that in Jesus is where we have come to, is where we have been following, going up and down. And sometimes before regret, even tired. It's not easy to be going to church every day. It's not easy. It takes only grace, I tell you. But sometimes we feel tired. Are you getting it? But the question is, what is your purpose and your motive, or your reason of following Jesus? Until you throw away your desire and say, God, now I am ready for you, you are going to be disappointed and feel regret all the time, because this is what has been given to you as the most advantageous place that you ever come across is in Jesus. This Jesus, you can use him as in anything. Per spirit that he has deposited within you, that use that spirit to command things and control things. But the question is that the things that you are controlling and commanding, is it his will? It's not like when you can use him to command those things is bad. But the thing is that what you are commanding, do you understand? Have you seen the end result of it? So the end result or the end product of Jesus that we are accepting, we are feeling regret and feeling tired of God because our desires. We to have desires. Everybody wants to be there. Everybody want man to see them. That is the desire of the flesh. It is not bad. But what I want you to know is that for you to be well settled within your spirit, you don't have to be too much concerned about this flesh. What you need to be too much concerned about is the real you. What is inside this flesh, this body, is the real you. So God being in us and God breathed into man, God did not breathe into this flesh. God breathed into the spirit, which means that it is the activity of the spirit that makes this active. So at the moment the spirit disappears from this body, it becomes useless. You can't do anything with it. What I want you to know is that don't be too much concerned that God, I am with you because I want you to make me rich. It's not bad. The other spirit, you may go to other spirit. They may give you all the protocols and everything. It will come, it will work. You know something? Ask yourself that when you go, they didn't tell you the end product of what you are doing. What is it that, why is it that they are not so much concerned about this body, but they are so much concerned something beyond this body, the flesh that you came with? And that is what you don't appreciate. And that is what he appreciates, because he knew that you don't appreciate that. So if you don't appreciate it, then he will appreciate it for you. So beloved, let us appreciate our Jesus very well. Don't let anyone deceive you. If someone comes and tell you that You have been following Jesus, and what have you received? You have been following Jesus, and what have you used? You have been following Jesus, and things are still the same in your life. You have been following Jesus. Do you know something? By the moment someone will come to you like that, it means that that person is having something that he or she also believes in. Believing in something is not like you having a deity that you are believing in, maybe a ghost or something, or a tree or something. No. But even coming to the point of having some knowledge about this world, for example, maybe something like common sense. So this is what I have to do. That's what you have relied on. And it means that is what you believe in. So what you are believing in is what you are living. Are you getting it? So don't let anyone come to deceive you. As a child of God, be serious and so much concerned about your inner man. Be so much concerned about your inner man. I always say this, that there is nothing that is going to be beneficial after this life, or after you leaving this earth, or you leaving this earth. There is nothing that is going to be beneficial to you than having Jesus. Okay, let's say Jesus is not true, God is not true. They are all fallacies. But what I want you to know is that one thing you need to ask yourself is, okay, if I didn't believe and I die and I go and it is there, what am I going to do? And now, and if I believe and I die and I go and it is not there, it doesn't take anything away from me. Okay, then I will believe rather and go. And if it is not there, then but become so much convinced in what you believe in. Don't let anyone rule you. Take advantage of your Jesus. He is there for you. It is because of you that he came. Because his love for you is eternal. And don't despise yourself because you think that this is what you are into. So because of this thing that you are into, God has rejected you. Don't let any man give you a message that you are rejected because of something that you think. It is an enmity, a sin. So because of that, God has rejected you. God has never rejected you. It is you that you are trying to withdraw yourself from God. It is you that you are, rejecting him. He is your father. There is no amount of your wrongdoing that is going to withdraw his fruitful, his life, his kingdom life. His life on you, he's going to withdraw it. Nah. He's faithful. And it's called when he's faithful, and when we talk of faithfulness, God is faithful. Thank you so much for joining me. Please let us take advantage of this. Let us read it, and it will help us. Thank you so much. And as I said, subscribe, share, so that our beloved, our brothers, will also come to this place of enjoying this life, so that you all grow together, and so that no amount or no schemes of the devil will be accomplished in our living, meaning that we are sober and vigilant in the place where we have come to. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. Shalom.